afternoon. Welcome to our last debate. Our motion is very familiar to all of us. It is about how girls are better than boys. Today we will hear from our first speaker from the affirmative side, Sophie.
Hello everyone, we measure men believe that girls better than boys because girls live longer than boys. Moreover, women give birth to life, which is very important for the survival of the world. Of course, a man's term is needed, but it is the woman who sacrifices her body and goes through extreme pain to give birth to a baby. In fact, these days, the problem we're facing is the fact that the birth rate is seriously decreasing. If this situation continues, there will be a shortage of people working, and after a long time, human beings will become extinct. Therefore, girls are better than boys because we do more in order to keep the population from dying out. Another reason is that girls inspires great future leaders by educating them. It is a known fact that there are more female teachers than male teachers. 147,483 female teachers exist while there are only 43,741 male teachers. This means more males have inspired and produced great leaders than males. So we think girls are better than boys. Thank you.
Yes, so.
Yes, there are many girl teachers, but this does not mean that male teachers did not inspire or produce great leaders too. A great teacher is not measured by their gender, but by their skills. If I had answered 100 questions, but they are all wrong, does that make it good? Just like that, even if there are more female teachers, if their skills are not great, that is also useless.
You said their teacher is make a good leader, but I said a female teacher is more than male teacher.
Yes, but if I had answered 100 questions, but they are all wrong. Even if there are more female teachers, if their skills are not great, that is also useless.
Okay. I think we heard a very good rebuttal and argument. So let's move on to our first speaker from the negative side. So,
Good afternoon, everyone. On the motion about girls are better than boys, we the opposition believe that girls and boys are equal because if girls can cook, dance, and sing, boys can also cook, dance, and sing. There are girls singers, dancers, and chefs, just like how there are boys singers and chefs. There is nothing that girls can do that boys can't. Every girl can cry when they're sad or upset, which gives the idea that girls are more emotional. But the reality is that even if boys do not cry, they actually do. We are human. So anyone, whatever gender they have, knows how to express their feelings when they are sad and upset. We might be difficult in appearance, but girls and boys can do and like the same things. We might have different roles in society, but this does not mean one gender is better than the other because we equally contribute to our society. Thank you.
Do we have any rebuttals? Okay, since there is no rebuttal, we'll move on to our second speaker from the affirmative side, Yuli.
Another reason that we think girls are better than boys is because at the end of the day, girls will live longer than boys. We are better at surviving. According to the result on the life expectancy of Koreans born in 2010, girls are expected to live on average of 84.2 years, while boys only live 77.1 years. Moreover, it is expected that girls born in 2030 will live until they are 90 years old, and boys will only live until they are 84.1 years old. This shows that even genetically girls are born to live longer, which makes girls better than boys. Moreover, brain differences between girls and boys appear in various areas. Girls have 10% more neurons in the brain area related to language and hearing than boys. So girls have better language skills and they speak better than boys. In addition, girls have a relatively larger size of the hippocampus, a part of cerebral mutation, compared to boys. The hippocampus is related to memory, learning, and emotions. Therefore, girls have better ability to detect and express emotion and memory than boys. In conclusion, we think girls are better than boys.
Yes, Lina?
You say girls live longer than boys, but it doesn't reflect that live longer is not important.
But if they live longer, they can do more things and learn more things than the others. So it was good.
Okay. Any more rebuttals? If we don't have any, let's move on to our second speaker from the negative side. Lina?
Cooking, dancing, singing, playing house, and grooming are not just girls' jobs. Boys can do the same thing. Also, there are a lot of men who are sensational. Do you know King Sejong? If you are a Korean, you must know this person. When you go out of this academy, you would say speak in Korean. King Sejong made this language. He knew it was very hard for people to learn Chinese characters. Chinese characters are too complicated. And many people died because they didn't know the Chinese characters. So he made Korean Hangul. If you love and are proud of our country, you should know this much. Anyway, educationally, there were many men who were great and cool, like An Jung-gun or Lee Se-jin. Without them, we would speak Chinese characters and the land you're standing on right now might have been Japanese. So I want to say it's sure that girls are great, but boys can be great and sensational too. Despite being born different, the matter is what we have accomplishes in life. This is why girls and boys are equal. Our gender does not dictate what we can and can't do.
Any rebuttals? Okay, since we have no rebuttals, let's move on to our last speaker from the government side.
We believe girls are better than boys because they give birth to a baby and take care of their baby, and they produce great leaders by educating them. Girls also live longer and are good at learning other languages. And girls get better grades in school because from kindergarten they show more self-regulation than boys. They follow rules and pay attention to scientific instructions, and they are more likely to choose their homeworks before playing and resting. Therefore, we believe girls are better than boys.
Any rebuttal? None? Okay, if we don't have any rebuttal, let's move on to our last speaker from the opposition.
Lastly, we're the same. Girls and boys, what's the difference? Are girls better? Are boys better? Are girls smarter? Are boys uglier? Are girls more emotional? There's no correct answer. We are the same. We have the same right. We see the same sun and moon. Some girls are good at studying. Some boys are prettier than girls. Like this, girls and boys are the same. We study together in the same class because we're equal. We live together because we think we are the same, respecting and admiring each other. So we cannot say who is better. What we choose in life and how we act is our choice. Nobody can say we should be better. Because we are girls, or you should study harder because you are born stupid. You make the decisions and we live with that result because everyone are born equal.
Okay. Any rebuttal on that? Yes.
You said girls and boys are equal, but girls are more smarter because girls have 10% more neurons in the brain area related to language and hearing than boys. So girls have better language skills and they speak better than boys. In addition, girls have a relatively larger size of the hippocampus, a part of the cerebral mutation, compared to boys. The hippocampus is related to memory, learning, and emotions. Therefore, girls are better in ability to detect and express emotions and memory than boys.
So there is that in your opinion. You said girls are smarter, but there are men who study hard, and there are people who are better than women of their age, like Einstein or Stephen Hawking. We are the same, everything just depends on how much effort we put into doing things.
Okay. So, do we have any more arguments or rebuttals? If not, we will end our debate here. Great job to everybody. Please give a round of applause.